Few voices in music history have touched hearts as deeply as Luther Vandross's. Known for his soulful tone, heartfelt lyrics, and unmatched ability to blend passion with precision, Luther was more than a singer, he was a storyteller. From Dance with My Father to Here and Now, his songs weren't just melodies, they were emotional experiences that defined love and longing for generations. But behind the velvet voice and sold-out shows was a man fighting battles most never saw. Fame, as bright as it shone for Luther, cast long shadows of pain, loss, and secrecy. And now, after years of silence, Luther Vandross's brother has finally spoken, confirming what fans have long whispered about since the legend's untimely passing in 2005. To understand the full story, we must go back to the beginning, the Vandross family home in New York City. Luther grew up surrounded by music and love. His parents were deeply supportive, and his siblings, Anne, Patricia, and Charles, were his earliest fans. But tragedy struck early. When Luther was just 8 years old, his father, Luther Vandross Sr., passed away from diabetes complications. That loss would shape Luther's life and artistry forever. He often spoke about how that early grief influenced his songwriting. "I write songs about love because I missed it," he once said in an interview. "I missed that father's hug." That ache, the longing for connection, was what made his music so universal. It wasn't just love songs he was singing, it was life itself. As Luther rose to fame in the 1980s, he became one of the most respected voices in R&B. Yet, behind the curtain, his health and private struggles were taking their toll. Years of pressure, emotional turmoil, and relentless work began to wear him down. Rumors about his personal life circulated, about his relationships, his loneliness, and his health. But Luther was a deeply private man. He rarely let anyone see behind the polished image he presented to the world. Then came the shocking day in April 2003 when news broke that Luther had suffered a severe stroke. Fans were devastated. The stroke left him in a coma for nearly 2 months, and when he awoke, his body was frail and his speech impaired. Still, those close to him say his spirit remained strong. He wanted to sing again. He wanted to perform, his brother shared in a recent interview. But his body just couldn't keep up with his heart. For 2 years, Luther battled bravely through recovery and therapy. Friends described his resilience as nothing short of miraculous. He even managed to record posthumous material that captured his essence one last time. But on July 1, 2005, the world lost one of its most soulful voices when Luther Vandross passed away at just 54 years old. For years, rumors swirled about what truly happened. Some claimed his death was sudden, others whispered it was due to secret health complications or stress from his private life. His family chose silence, protecting his legacy with grace and dignity. Until now. In a rare, emotional interview, Luther's older brother finally broke the silence, addressing years of speculation and offering clarity about the man behind the music. "People loved Luther for his songs," he said softly, "but not everyone knew how much pain he carried. He didn't just sing about heartbreak, he lived it." According to his brother, Luther's lifelong struggle with health issues began much earlier than many realized. "Our father died young, and that stayed with Luther. He was always worried about following in his footsteps. The diabetes, the blood pressure, it all ran in our family." Luther's brother confirmed what many suspected, that Luther's stroke was not just a random event, but the result of years of stress, poor diet, and hereditary conditions. "He was a perfectionist," he continued. "When he worked on a song, he'd stay up all night. He'd skip meals, forget to rest. He gave everything to the music, and sometimes that meant nothing was left for himself." But it wasn't only his physical health that suffered. The brother also confirmed that Luther's personal life was lonelier than fans imagined. He wanted love. He wrote about love. But fame makes real love hard to find. He kept a lot to himself because he was afraid of being judged. That was the world back then. It wasn't easy for someone like Luther to be fully open. This quiet revelation touched many fans deeply, as it hinted at the private struggles Luther faced as a sensitive soul in a demanding industry. His brother emphasized that Luther's silence was not shame but self-protection. He didn't want sympathy. He wanted his music to speak for him. And it did. The confirmation also brought closure to years of rumors that Luther's passing had been surrounded by mystery. His brother was clear: there was no conspiracy, no cover-up. He died peacefully, surrounded by love. We just chose